Fun Uncle Scott, and today is January 22nd. And once again, I'm back out here in the coastal range of Oregon. I was on Highway 18 west of Salem, got out to the Van Duzer Forest Corridor, and pulled over at the Murphy Road and walked up towards the Valley of the Giants. Unfortunately, I didn't make it to the Valley of the Giants because that would have been 14 miles one way. Instead, I turned around at about the 8-mile mark, and so I got about 16 miles in today. Not sure about the elevation, but probably gained, 1,500 feet today. Anyways, so today I talk a little bit about the upcoming hike, the PCT trip, and kind of what my primary goal is for this big hike. My goal this summer, starting March 11th, spring and summer, my goal is to through hike the PCT in one season. Now, it's a pretty simple sentence. The problem is there's one word in there that's completely ambiguous, and that is through hike. There's a guy, another YouTuber, Kyle Hates Hiking, he did a whole video on the word through hike. And as it turns out, I think he got it right. There's really no one definition. So I'm gonna have to make my own definition of what I think what the word through hike means for the sake of my goal of through hiking the Pacific Crest Trail. So that being said, in an ideal world, a through hike would be you start at one terminus, walk the whole trail, staying on the trail the whole time, and end at the other terminus. Now, on a 2,653 mile trail that's got some pretty dynamic conditions on it, that's just simply not realistic. So, I'm gonna say, for me, my through hike is gonna be continuous footsteps, walking from the Mexican border to the Canadian border, staying as much on the Pacific Crest Trail as practical, with a couple of exceptions. So when I say, let's break that down a little bit. So continuous footprints, that doesn't mean I'm gonna walk continuously the whole time. What that means is I will leave a set of continuous footprints from Mexico to Canada. So if I get off trail to resupply in one of the towns I hitch a ride in, when I come back, I'll start walking where I left off. Make sure I don't skip anything. That's what I mean by continuous. And I'm gonna start at the southern terminus, if it's open, at the monument, if at all possible. And I'm gonna end at the northern terminus, if at all possible. And in between, I'm gonna walk. And I'm gonna, if there's I think in California there's a closure for some frogs, some endangered frogs. So when I get there, like most people, I'll walk around it. If there's a fire closure, again, I'll walk around it. I'm not gonna hitch around a fire closure. I'm not gonna hitch around things. I'm gonna walk around. I'll hitch to town, but I'm gonna, again, leave those continuous footprints. So, now I did mention a couple of exceptions. And those exceptions are side trails. Now, I think it's fair to say that most hikers do at least three of the side trails. The first being going over the top of Mount San Jacinto. The next being there's a side trail, I believe, that involves a little bit more of the scenic walk alongside Crater Lake in Oregon. And the last of the big three is the Eagle Creek side trail down into Cascade Locks. Ooh, there's a pretty good view. Kind of as you can see, it's overcast today. Not a sunny day. It was snowing on me a little earlier, but it's not too bad. It's in the 30s. It's a nice day. Anyways, my plan is to do those three side trails, but in my mind, I'm still through hiking the PCT. I'm through hiking the spirit of the trail, I guess you could say. So that's my goal. My goal is to through hike the PCT. I'm going to start the southern terminus, walk as much as I can, walk around the closures, not hitch around or take other rides. I will take rides into town for resupply though, when that time comes. But yeah, continuous footprints, Mexico to Canada. Hopefully I get to finish at the Canadian border at the northern terminus. If that's closed as it was last year for a little while, I'll do an alternate. And there were alternates. If I have to, I'll walk down to I-5 and walk to the border that way if I have to. But anyways, that's it for this. And let's see, I got a couple ideas for some neat new other locations in Oregon for training hikes. So stay tuned for those. And if you like this, be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment. It's always fun to hear from people. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you soon.